Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Welcome. You guys, this has been an epic experience. And actually, I couldn't be more prouder than the young people that we have met along this journey. Now, those that have been following know that we started with a very large amount, 195 young people. And we just kept dwindling down until now we have our top 15 and then our final 5. So this week is going to be kind of different because they have some special guests along with them today. And also, if you didn't know, some of our scholars are actually on campus. And so it's going to be kind of different today, but I couldn't be more prouder than all of our young people that have taken that stance, to be on campus at an HBCU. So I am your wonderful host, Dr. Monique Robinson. And like I said, congratulations to everyone. And if you have not voted yet, you still have till Friday. Top 5 goes on to the final 5, and this is it. But I have enjoyed interacting with all the young people. So today we are going to start off with Miss Amaya Kent. Now, rumor has it that, Amaya is at, I'll let her tell you. So, hey, Amaya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain. I'm in hot Texas. It's not like forehead sweats for no reason at all, and I haven't exercised. It's just sweating, But other than that, I can't complain. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You start school yet?
Yes, I started school last Wednesday.
Oh, well, let's back up. So, tell us who you are and what school you go to. Attend.
My name is Amaya. I'm a nursing major at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University.
Okay, then. I didn't hear Aggie Pride. I guess you gonna say that so much since you've been there. You like, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like Aggie Pride everywhere. Hey, I love it. I'm happy for you. You go on a beautiful campus with good food.
Mm-hmm.
I need to schedule a visit so I can get some good food. I'm just focus. So yes, guys, last time we seen Amaya, she was graduating from high school and she was still with this same, like, I can't wait to get there. Now she's there. Like, she's talking to me from her dorm room. I'm kind of like jealous because I know, she had a wonderful, amazing day. Not saying I did in Texas, but hey. So Amaya, are you ready to tell us or let us hear your essay?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, let's go.
All right. Being raised in California, I've had the unique opportunity of being surrounded by diverse communities, but I've also attended predominantly white schools that didn't have a lot of people that look like me. So I'm very grateful for the education I received, but I also realized that it was a huge disconnect for many of my classmates that had a level of privilege that I could never attain. At a young age, I encountered different forms of discrimination and also saw it with my classmates as well, who also look like me, and sometimes they were confusing to me. I often felt isolated and alone as my white classmates were ignorant of how small they made me and others feel about their jokes and offensive racial comments. So, why I wanted to attend an historically black college, um, it was really because I felt like HBCUs were made for me. The cultural connection, support, and commitment to black excellence is my why. I feel like that attending an HBCU, especially North Carolina A&T, will provide me with a deeper connection with my community and allow for me to find a sense of belonging where I can connect with people who share a similar cultural background and experience. It will provide me with an opportunity to lean into my Blackness without judgment and teach me how to overcome adversities. And I also feel like HBCUs have a rich history of Black excellence in empowering Black leaders, and attending an HBCU will contribute to the ongoing legacy of excellence as I strive to reach my dream of becoming a labor and delivery nurse. Thank you.
Wow. Awesome. So you said labor and delivery nurse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Okay, you're braver
Wait.
than me. I'm here for it. Hey, like I said, I got your back no matter what you do, but hey, you're my new hero because I can't do medical. But anyway, so I have to ask this because it's important to me. Because of my position in nonprofits, I cannot tell you who, but I can make sure that you are ready and prepared to vote. Are you a registered voter?
I am.
Yay! Is this your first election?
My first election, and I turned 18 in October, so almost there. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited?
I'm excited, yes.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you doing to motivate the people around you? Because it's a lot at stake. Like I said, I can't tell you who to vote for, but I can make sure you're prepared. What are you doing in your, like, you're in a new land, you're
Yeah.
Aggie land. What are you doing to help fellow Aggies know, it's important to vote?
For me, when I was back in Sacramento, I was a part of a program that influenced a lot of people to vote within classes. So definitely here, I'm bringing that same, I guess, tactic to Greensboro in my university, and there's been a lot of people that I've been involved with who have actually been asking students while they're on their way to class if they register to vote, and they have many incentives like they get free ice cream if they register to vote. So things like that I've been making sure I've been being a part of, and also telling my fellow students as well.
Awesome. Well, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. And like I said, anything we can do now, Friday the last day to vote,
Mm-hmm.
and today I will send out some unique messages to you all in emails because I check the leaderboard. I have to check the leaderboard because they send me emails every day. But keep it up. Never know. So thanks for coming. Guys, she's on campus. She's a newly college student. We all have been there. So we are going to let her go. But did you have anything to say before you go?
I don't have anything now. Thank you.
Anytime. And don't forget, be in touch with us. Let us know how you're doing in school. We always
Yes.
love to know.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Guys, I'm so proud of her. She's like in school and, I didn't cry though, but I wanted to. So if you are one of our scholars and you are newly on campus, we love to shout out our scholars and their amazing talents and the things that they're doing. Give us a holler in the newsletter and we will definitely put you on all platforms because you are in the best time of your life. If this wasn't like Daily Gospel, I'd be like, yeah, they not like us, but we can't talk like that on here. So after this commercial, I have some very familiar guests. But this time they're coming with reinforcements. So I'm going to ask these guests as we come after this next commercial. You're going to be surprised who we have in the studio today.
Are you interested in attending an historically Black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically Black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically Black college or university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
welcome back. So look, if you are a rising senior, the time is now. The time is now. If you're a rising senior, or if you have a child, or you know of somebody, you might even need to pay it for it. Because I do, a couple young people every year. Hey, look, I got $20. It's going to fill this application out. Really, really important. If you do it now, some schools have early admission and kind of beat everybody to the punch. And then let the scholarships roll in. But as promised, we have some familiar faces, but we have some new faces that are here with them. So let's bring back, some familiar faces first. And y'all know when I get to pushing buttons, I don't know who is going to pop up. So let's see. Okay, Natalia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I had to, kind of like abracadabra and magically push the button because, sometimes I can't see the names at the bottom. So I just push. I know nothing changed. How are you?
I'm good. I'm officially spelling. I have gotten the dorm and everything. It's been great. It's been great.
Oh my goodness. You start class too?
Yeah, I start classes earlier this week.
So how is it? You went from 305 to 404. How's that?
I did. It's been a change, but I'm used to like the fast-paced energy. So I feel like it's been an easier transition.
You're not homesick?
I talk to my parents all the time. So not really, but it's also only been a week. So actually a week and a half. So it's been okay.
Okay. Well, I'm proud of you. Like
Thank you.
And you there and you was making waves. How did the event go? I had some scholars attend. How did it go?
Yeah. The event was amazing. The Fresh Faces dinner. It was something unlike anything I've ever experienced. Just being able to see like and foster environment like for upcoming HBCU students. Black excellence was definitely on point at this event. It was really cool because we like all went around the room and talked about like what majors we were doing and why, what we were pursuing, and everyone had some kind of like entrepreneurial aspect. Like I loved it. I loved seeing Black men and Black women owning businesses and things like that. So it was a great event.
That's exciting. I'm kind of like, jealous. So Natalia, we are almost to our final five. I feel like I know each one of you. But this week we are pushing it a little bit further. So we have some very important guests that is going to join us. You're like, uh-oh. So guys, this year we decided, I can't say I was told to do this. Which I think is really important because we always hear the scholars and we never really include the people who are the real decision makers, at least till our scholars, graduate from college and things like that. Even though there are some that's like, look, I do what I want to do it my way, but hey, I'm 47 and I still call my parents every day. Just telling you. So let's welcome to the show. Are their last names the Odins?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta make sure. Let's welcome to the show the Odins. Natalia's parents, which are probably extremely proud of her because I am, and she's not like my child.
Thank you.
I feel like she like a niece that, I probably have along the line, but she is one of the most go-getting scholars I have met this year. So
I appreciate it. That's so sweet.
let's welcome her parents. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? How are you doing, Greg?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I can't complain. I was sitting here, we rarely get to talk to parents, and you guys are like our first. Y'all setting the tone. So however y'all do, parents gonna follow behind you.
Let's go. Let's set the stage. Let's do it.
We're ready.
So I want to hear from a parent point of view, because one thing we never discuss on here is how did you get your child motivated to want to attend an HBCU? Like Natalia, from our practice call, when I first met them, I met Natalia and probably like 195 people at the same time in a Zoom call. And from jump, Natalia and another scholar stood out. Like even my mentor was like, I know they made it to the finals. I don't even have to look. I'm like, well, yeah, she's on the top 15, you know. But how do you prepare? Like she has set the bar so high. And it's like, I wish the young people that I deal with had that much go in them. So I'm gonna let you answer that. You're like, wait a minute.
So I really don't think I'll answer first. I really don't think it was actually too much convincing on Natalia's behalf. Um, Natalia had a little episode happened, and actually wasn't a little episode that happened in high school. And uh, she typically goes to a predominantly white schools. Um, and something happened with one of her teachers, and I think it just kind of changed her life. I'm sure that you've experienced maybe having some type of racial discrimination. However, she was watching it on television, and this is something that the teacher actually placed in front of her without Natalia's, I guess, knowledge of the information that she was conceptualizing. And yeah, it was pretty brutal. It had some, African Americans, parents being beheaded and things like that, crazy things. And so I think, and up until that point, I think Natalia, she just made some significant changes as far as her life. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. What would you say?
Yeah, as far as convincing her, she's not the type of person who is going to be convinced of anything. This is a young woman who is extremely deterministic. She knows what she wants. She knows what she
Driven.
wants to accomplish. She understands that, difficulties are going to be a part of the process. She's not afraid of them. She celebrates those types of situations. And so having the opportunity to go to a HBCU. She actually had the opportunity to go to Harvard, and that was something she was really considering. We had a lot of conversations around it, and I think it may be something she pursues for graduate school. But looking at the level of academics that she could develop, type of networks, type of relationships, all the things that can really come from it, she just saw going to a school, not just to any HBCU, but to Spelman in particular, the level and the measure of just respect and admiration that school really carries. She just knew that was a place that she wanted to go and really to develop and build some roots. So she was excited. No convincing on our part. No convincing required. Not at all. Not at all.
Wow, that's so. Look, she's like, oh God. Natalia, you okay over there? I mean, I know they in 305 and you in 404 right now, but sorry.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just listening.
You're like, oh wow. Well, I mean, everything they said is stuff, I encountered when I first met her. Like she came on the first call, I'll never forget. She had her afro and her Spelman thing, and they had to say what school they're going to, and she really made sure she let everybody know, I'm going to the number one. I was like, oh God, here we go. She about to start a whole war, but and she did, and that's one of the things on why I, constantly make sure I know how she's doing. And I even offered her kind of like an intern position. Any program you have, let us make sure we share it, as we did with her successful, I don't know the name of it, so I might be wrong, the meetup, which I thought was really impactful, to meet people before you get to campus.
Right.
Because is you going to a whole new place. Some of us haven't been out that 8-block radius, so we need to know people before we go somewhere. So I thought, I was like, I got to meet her parents.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now you got to remember, she was doing her Zoom calls before, so being at a predominantly white school, she was like, man, trying to build those relationships, those connections. It was difficult. So she was saying, hey, going into college, I don't want to experience it. She's the type of person who sees a problem and says, well, okay, that's a problem. What's the solution? She doesn't just, sit in the problem. That's not the way Natalia is. She's just not wired that way. What's the solution? We'll figure out the solution. She'll brainstorm, she'll research, she'll spend hours. Like, you still on that? Yep. She's still on it. Like there's no quit, there's no tire in her, right? So
Wow.
so then she's like, hey, so she started her Zoom calls, and then from that it just started to snowball into, how can we get even more connected? How can we, bridge the gap even more? And then she expanded it to the entire AUC. Again, it was just super proud of her, and just her determination. And just ambition is big time. And so, you know, we just whatever we have to do, whatever we can do to help her in those pursuits, that's what we do here.
I love it. I love it. I have, to this day, like my parents are still probably my biggest cheerleaders. And sometimes I'm like, Mom, I'm 47, but they still do that. What advice could you give other parents? Because Natalia's not around the corner. She's like in a whole nother state. And some parents have it hard, not have it hard. They find it hard to let go and trust that their scholar will be successful at a distance. What advice would you give to a parent that has sent their scholar away to school?
That's a good one. It really is. And I feel like it also depends on your child as well, like, because, some children aren't as open, and then some children are really open, and they'll call you all the time, so I would just say just to make sure that connection is strong, and make sure that you're constantly just checking on them, and just doing the best that you can, and just letting them know that, hey, if you have any questions, if you're afraid in any type of way or any type of situation, to give me a call. But you just have to trust and know that everything, it's not going to be everything, however, but the majority of things to keep themselves safe, I feel like, teach them.
I would say it starts before they leave, right?
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you have conversations. You can never, I think the number one quality of a great parent is patience. If you don't have patience, it can be very, very difficult to be an effective parent, because these are young people who are developing into adults. So you have to understand that they're going to, very similar to learning how to walk, very similar to learning how to ride a bike, they're going to fall, they're going to stumble, and getting them to understand what is the stumble, what caused the stumble, what is the nature of the stumble, right? And then I think that really allows them to understand objectives and how situations happen. Like one of the biggest things, like I have conversations with Natalia, whenever it comes to a very important decision, is ultimate objective decision making. So what is the ultimate objective you're trying to accomplish? Because in a given situation, yeah, this may be a nice outcome. This may have been good to have, or maybe great to experience in the short term. What is the ultimate objective you're looking to accomplish? And then you base everything based upon that, measure everything against that. And so I really think it starts before. You got to have those conversations. So for any parent now who has a kid who's going to go to college, HBCU or otherwise, have the conversations now. As issues come up, they're going through difficult situations, really understand the way they think, because it's the thinking that they're doing that is the part that you want to make sure you can help them to understand, to make sure it's going in the right direction. So that's what I would say. Starts early and really understand the way they're thinking, how they're rationalizing situations. And you'll feel good. You know that they got a good head on their shoulders. You've seen them experience difficulty. You've seen them in different environments. You can't protect them from everything, so do not try to shelter them from situations. They're going to have to experience some difficult things, but just let them know it's a part of the process.
Decisions, yeah.
That's true. Very, very true. Everything you said is really true, and it shows. I mean, you have done a marvelous job. She represents well. She represents really well, and I'm like, oh my God, if I just had 100 of her, because I deal with young people all the time, literally from Buffalo to Seattle. I tell people that, and
Coast
sometimes
You.
literally, and I'm like, God, if I just had 100 more like this one, things would go well. So, Natalia, did you want to say anything, that your parents have instilled in you that you feel some people coming behind you might need to know?
Oh, that's a good one. I think not being afraid to fail, I think, is something that's so important. And even with that, like not considering any setbacks failure. So I feel like anytime I have, like, because of course when you're like, planning events and you're matching all these students and, innovating, there's always going to be, you're taking a road not commonly taken, and it's going to come with no manual. So I feel like with that, you're kind of building it for yourself, and you're teaching other people along the way who, maybe want to take a certain route, or, following your footsteps. So I feel like in that, knowing when you're like spearheading or you're doing something different, excuse me, just being okay with the setbacks. I think that's something that's the best thing. And I think it's funny because even when I have setbacks or when anything doesn't go immediately to plan, I automatically I recognize it. I'm like, oh, I guess something else got to come up because I still really want to do this thing. So you know what I mean? So things like that has definitely helped guide me and help me to persevere through any adversity when approaching any sort of problem, innovation, solution.
I love it. I love it. So, thank you both. I know Natalia probably gets emails from me 3 times a week. I email them because I want them to always know what's going on, and as different scholarships and things come up or programs or internships that people put across my desk, I'm like, look, I got some kids. I'm gonna send it to them. So thank you for allowing us to assist her in any way we can. Please, voting closes out on Friday. So you guys can find Natalia's picture, click the link, and vote for Natalia. She is a Spelman. If you are a Spelman alum, you can also reach out to her there. She has plenty of things going on campus. I do know, I don't want to just put words in her mouth, but I do know Natalia is doing things with the voting, or no? Are you doing things with voting still?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. See, I told you I pay attention.
I'm paying attention. That's awesome.
So did you want to talk about your voting thing before you go?
Yes, I can. I can actually send this link to you for the email list, but I am partnering up with a Spelman class of 2004 alum. And I'm going to be sorry, she actually texted me right now, so I was distracting. But we're working right now on an initiative to get students out and get them voting, but not only getting them voting, but active participants in their community and encouraging other students, because I feel like it's super easy for, advisors or teachers or anything like that to tell us to vote. But I feel like whenever there's another student who tells you to vote and someone you can really connect with, makes it a lot easier. So that's a part of our initiative to make sure that students feel more connected to the movement. So yes,
wow.
working on yeah.
Well,
Get out and vote.
Yeah, we have a Zoom call. We have a Zoom call coming up in a few weeks. So on that link on the email, you're going to be able to click it and sign up for that call.
So, yeah. Awesome. I definitely will. I will help in any way that I can. And if you have a flyer, you always know we're here to share anything that you do. Like, perfect. We have your back. As we go, before you go, did you all want to say one last thing other than get out and vote?
I'm just so proud of her. I'm so proud of Natalia, and I love her, and I don't know. I know she's gonna. We already have this in the bag, right?
I would say, Monique, being from Dayton, Ohio, I just want to give you your flowers, man.
Absolutely.
It's not easy coming up out of Dayton, Ohio. I can speak personally, so I commend you. I know your sister's proud of you for what you're doing and all the opportunities and the connections and all of the just what you're creating from the channels for these young people. 3 years now going. I know she's proud. I know she's happy. So just keep doing your work. Keep representing. Keep putting on. And we just we appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem at all. Yeah, she's been gone since 2000. Actually, September 8th would be a whole nother year, but it never gets easy. But I you turn your pain. Yeah,
you represent, man. So that's big time. So that's big time. And I think that's what it's about, right? We come from certain situations and what you're able to transform it. So if you are a testament, I feel like, beyond HBCU and everything, as you're a testament of what's possible when you put your head down and you handle your business. So kudos to you, Miss Dr. Robinson.
Thank you. The young people remind me that all the time. I sometimes forget about their title.
It's always very important because she used to always refer to herself as Ms. Robinson, and I'm like, you are Dr. Robinson.
No.
You've earned that.
That's awesome.
They check me all the time. But thank you so much for giving us your time. Don't forget, voting close for this for the final 5 on Friday. That means they will stop voting. You can't vote no more. So whoever is top 5, that's They'll have their last interview with a whole panel of judges.
Right. Got it. Thank you. Well, nice meeting you,
Thank you
Natalia.
for
Meeting
having
you.
us.
We'll call you later. All right. Call you later.
Natalia, did you hear that message?
You gonna call me later?
I said, I'm gonna call you later. I
Oh,
love
I think
you.
you're gonna call her. I was like, I mean, if it,
He said he pointed to you and
I
said,
didn't even
"Call
see
later."
it. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I was
All
like,
right, guys.
Natalia,
See
don't
you
get in
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
But I was like, please don't get in trouble. But remember, call home every day. I still do it, and
Absolutely.
I still do it. Like my parents would tell you, I call in the morning and I call at night. Just saying, make
Yep.
life a lot
We
easier.
It is cool to be connected. That's what I can say. Like it is cool. It is not cool to create that distance. So if I were to leave it with anything, that's what I would say. It is cool to stay connected to the people who help get you where you're at. 100%. There's unconditional love there. Never question it. You know what I mean? Again, you have the greatest friends in the world, but there's nothing like the love of a parent. And so keep that
That part.
connection if you can.
absolutely.
Right. Again, thank you guys for coming. I know you made Natalia's day. She got to see you. She probably FaceTime anyway, but you know, sometimes when you see your parents, because she's smiling hard today. She never smiled this hard for me. So.
That's awesome, man. That is
All
awesome.
right. So
All
thank
right.
you.
Definitely a pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a nice one.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
So, guys, so today we have some parents. Now, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and that was just so lovely to see parents and connect with their kids, their scholars, knowing that their scholars are miles away. Yeah, she about to make me have my mom on here one day. I don't know, though, because when my parents come, people, you know. So, when we come back after this commercial break, we will meet another parent and scholar. So, and it is a familiar face. I will tell you that.
For 80 years, UNCF has stood as a bright beacon of hope and opportunity, transforming the lives of countless students. From the first donation made in 1944 to the millions of dollars in educational assistance provided today, UNCF has been a pivotal force in breaking down barriers to higher education across the United States. Our alumni span the globe, a testament to the power of your support. As we celebrate this 80-year milestone, our mission is as urgent as it has ever been. A college degree still remains out of reach for far too many. But with your help, UNCF can continue to break down barriers. Today and for 80 years, UNCF has been honoring the legacy, transforming our future. Your support isn't just a donation. It's an investment in a brighter, more equitable future for us all. And remember, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Learn more. uncf.org/80th.
HBCUs shine in Dubai. Join the HBCU Alumni Takeover 2025 for 9 luxurious nights with flights included. Experience Dubai's finest with a lavish welcome reception, city takeovers, desert excursions, and yacht adventures. Secure your spot for only $250. Don't miss out. Join the takeover now. Visit our website for more information.
Welcome back, guys. I have had a great time today. We heard from Miss Amaya, who was at NCA&T Aggie Pride. I was waiting on her to yell that, but she didn't. But I'm quite sure, people are probably yelling it somewhere. I know Langston is probably yelling it somewhere. And then we had Miss Natalia, who will probably be like, she's going to definitely be SGA president one day, And then we got to meet her parents, who we have like a connection, because her parents are from Dayton, Ohio, which is pretty cool because I'm from Dayton sometimes. Now, I grew up, born and raised in Dayton, Ohio, and then moved to Detroit, Michigan. So, hey, but you never forget home. And I really appreciate parents for coming on and telling their side of the story. So we have a person coming on that I promise he has to be like a nephew that I just didn't know I had, because he has to be like one of the ones, just like Natalia, that kind of stood out early alone. Um, right now, I think he's number 2 or 3. I don't know. I know he's probably following the contest, so he probably could tell us. So let's bring on today. He's a theater major, so I don't know what to expect today. But I just absolutely think he is one of the most amazing scholars that I have ever met. So this year, one of the most amazing. I had to say one of the most because I want some of my other top 15 to think I'm being biased. But I'm not a judge, so doesn't matter. Welcome to the show, friend.
Hi.
How's things going at the house? I mean, I seen you in the rain. You was all in the rain. I said, look at my friend.
Things have been amazing. I absolutely love it here. It's been an experience. I will say that. Something you can
It's
pay
not
me to
like
ever do
Texas.
again.
Not like Texas, huh?
Not at all. But it's nothing you could ever pay me to do again. But there was no other place in the world I would ever do this at.
In the rain?
In the rain, sleet, or snow.
You was killing it in the rain. I was like, they're gonna catch a cold.
I did. Just a wee bitty cold.
Well, I am so glad you made it to the house. Guys, he is no stranger to our show. Just like Natalia, I'm like, they could just run their own show and just let me work with them. Like, they've been on here so much. But tell us who you are, just in case they didn't know, and what school you go to.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, viewers. My name is Kyrie Burley. I am a freshman at the prestigious Morehouse College, and I'm a theater and performance major from the Arlington, Texas.
You know what? Here you go. You done been trained well. You already in the HBCU where we put the in front of everything.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Like, I'm going to the CAP. No, I'm just playing. So, Kyrie, I'm so proud of you. Like, you and Natalia, like I told Natalia's parents, you guys from day one, I was like, who are these kids? Like, they just stand out. Everybody else not talking, and they just like, no, my name is such and such. You going there? Yeah, we should meet up. I'm like, who?
And it's funny. It's funny because after this whole process, we had started texting and we started getting close. But then we get here and we're just like not connected at the hip because the way our schedules were set up these first few weeks, we haven't seen each other that often. But like, she's really become one of my closest friends. Like, I genuinely have love for her.
Oh, now look. Our scholarship and awards are not a matchmaking site for those that think that. Now, don't,
No.
It is not that. I'm just letting you know.
Strict.
It is not. These young people are trying to be game changers and world history makers, literally. Like, but, Kyrie, I have to mess with him like that because Kyrie kind of cheated us out of, a prize when I first met him. So we have that relationship.
I didn't cheat. I went there.
Okay. Those who don't know, we played HBCU trivia or something. I think Kyrie rigged the game or something, but he got $50 up out of us, and we was like,
I just knew certain things, and then certain things I didn't know, so I just picked the answer that sounded the least incorrect.
I'm on a rematch because Natalia was supposed to win that. Natalia and you let them lose. It was Natalia, Kenzie, and Amaya that I was banking on to win, and then it was like Kyrie out of nowhere. Anyway, Kyrie, we have a special guest here with us today. See, this is why Kyrie is, like I said, he's here so much that he's not really like a guest. Like, we might as well just say he a co-host. Him and Natalia can run the show themselves. So we have a special guest today. Now, if you don't think this woman don't love you, she was in the rain. I know she getting the hookup for Mother's Day. So let's welcome to our show a very special guest. Kyrie, you better not start crying. I won't talk about you, but you know I cry when I see my mom. When I see her next Saturday, I'm gonna cry.
I got those tears out the way already.
Oh, okay. Hey, ma'am, how are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you doing?
I can't complain. I'm gonna let you sit up here next to your son because he trying.
I still didn't figure out that camera situation.
He was trying to coach you. He was like, "Mom, do this." I'm like, she is not.
It didn't work.
Let
It
her
didn't work.
take it off her rotation. I'm like, let her live
It
her
wasn't
best.
even. It wasn't even on rotation.
He was trying to boss you around. It's okay. You fine, Mom. I told
All
him
right.
anybody that will stand in the rain. Did you have an umbrella?
I did not. There was an umbrella in his room though, and I just freshly flat ironed my hair for the week. So yeah, it was.
Jesus,
It was definitely an experience, and the rain added
extra.
a dramatic effect. Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Absolutely.
I was so proud of him. I said, Kyrie didn't even send me college pictures. He didn't let me see nothing. It's okay.
I barely get them either, so join the club.
Okay. So Kyrie, you have to make sure you send your mom and myself some pictures so we can prove that you actually own Morehouse. Because I mean, you always be showing us, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I sent her my first pictures the second day of school.
Yeah, it was the second day of school.
And what is it? The second week?
This will be the first full week, but technically, yes, the second week.
Awesome. Well, I'm still proud of him, Kyrie. I have to mess with him because he hustled us out of $50. So
I didn't hustle.
That sounds like him.
No, he won the trivia game, and it was like I think he's like, I'm about to get some more Morehouse gear out of this, and then he gonna send a picture of him and the stuff he bought with the Amazon stuff. I said, you know what, this child here, he has to be related to me, and we just don't know. Like he has. But ma'am, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, it's hot in Texas, but
Well, I believe I'm in Arlington, so I definitely am. That's the only way I'd go back to Atlanta because the 84s are different.
Yes.
The 94s are different.
Yes.
I don't know who made somebody angry, but it was hot when I stepped off that plane at 10 o'clock last Thursday p.m.
It's been in the hundreds for almost a week, and I'm like, this is not normal. Like I'm a northerner, I'm not used to this weather.
Well, I'm originally from the Midwest, so I'm from Kansas. So yeah, it's definitely different.
See, you understand my pain. Like my forehead sweat for no reason, and I'm like, it's not even exercising. This is so disrespectful. But so, like, I don't know if you were able to hear the last conversation with Natalia's parents. How did you get your son motivated to want to go? He's all the way in Atlanta. How did you get him motivated to want to go, not just to a school, but one of the most historic HBCUs? How did you get him to want to go there?
Well, I never really, we talked about college. It was never really pushed because college isn't for everybody. Totally was his choice if he wanted to go or not. But if you didn't go, you was going to have to go do something. We don't live rent free up in here. So, but honestly, it was a college tour he took in 7th grade. And I think that moment is where he decided, oh, I want to go to an HBCU. And for the longest, that was his number one school. I honestly do not know where Morehouse came from.
Oh, wow.
I don't. I know we were in Atlanta a couple years ago for some friends' kids' high school graduation. We kind of toured around the campus. And then he went back the following year with another group. And then I guess, I don't know between which point he decided, oh, this is where I want to go. That is a question for him. He didn't share that with me because he knew I would have been looking at the price. early.
I would looked at the price. You're like, baby, we not going there.
But then when he said it, if you want to go, you need to be filling out these scholarships.
I know that's
That
right.
that literally became my part-time job, finding them. I don't even remember how I came across this one, but I came across it. You got to fill it out, and here
Wow.
we are.
Yeah, 195 young people later, like
Yeah.
Kyrie actually has been doing pretty good. I think yesterday, I've been trying to keep them abreast of what ranking they're in according to like the votes. You were third, Kyrie?
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
saying he's been at the top. I don't know. I didn't do the rankings today because I didn't get the email. I kind of try to give people a break on Sunday. But soon as I get the email, I'll send it out and let people know.
Well, you know what? Shout out to my Facebook friends because I'm sure they are the ones who are voting for him.
Every time they see him, they put like a little disclaimer on the bottom. Please go vote. So I'm like, hey, and people don't know that when they do vote, even though it is a donation, the donation honestly, it goes to the scholarship recipients, and then
Mm,
after the scholarship is over, it funds our motivational mail-in program. So we
yeah,
don't make anything off of this. This totally
got
goes
you.
to people. So tomorrow when we put out the application for motivational mail-in, we usually cap it at like 20, but this year, thanks to Kyrie's supporters, we can probably increase that number to probably like 50. But what we do is we send postcards, we send gift cards, we send packages if they might come across something to where they cannot get home or something like that. We reach out to alum to help them get home. So we do those type of
Okay,
things to assist. So thank
that's
you for stopping
amazing.
by today and talking to us and letting us talk to your son and letting him win all our prizes.
Well, if he keeps winning, he ain't got to ask me. So go for it. Go for it.
You like go for it. He can win all day if that gets him.
All day, every day.
All right. So Kyrie, I asked Natalia that segment with her parents on now that we have your mom on, what is one thing that you can tell us that you have taken with you to school that she has instilled in you?
There's a
Uh-oh.
lot. Like, no, seriously. I know one thing she was saying down here was she packed her patience. She was 100 times more stressed than I was, to be completely honest. Like I was here for the ride, honestly, but I tried to be calm because even though I was stressed about certain things coming down here, it was really me being calm that tried to allow her to be calm also, especially on moving day. Moving day was very hectic. Because you have 100 and you have the entire school moving, or the entire freshman class moving in, which is 700 people. But even in my house in general, you have 115 people moving in at the same time. So it was really just being patient and realizing things are even just in general in life, being patient and realizing things that I work for are going to come regardless. Like in Natalia's interview, she just said, I just had what she just said, but it was like real inspirational, and I was about to say it now, but wow, it really just went away. But yeah, just having patience in what you work for. Oh, not looking at failures as setbacks. Because one of the things they taught us here was a failure, a loss is just a lesson in disguise. You take your lessons that you have and use them as teachings to move forward and push forward, because what you work for will come. And so that's one thing that I would say she's instilled in me that I've definitely kept down here as I'm going through this matriculation process.
Oh wow. That's so sweet. She's like, oh Lord. But it is, I mean, and I truly understand. Now, I told Kyrie before we brought you on here that any parent that stand in the rain, I said you better not ever mess up that bond. The rain, but it was like I said, I seen the video, but Kyrie didn't send me any pictures, so he didn't want me to share.
I actually only have one picture in the rain, and I will send that.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, thank you guys. Did y'all want to say anything before you leave today, or?
I'm like Natalia's parents. You doing this in honor of your sister to help kids across. I don't know how far they're coming from, but definitely from the United States. I don't know if you have any people from other countries that were a part of this, but giving them an opportunity to help eliminate the debt their parents have, that we're accumulating to make sure these kids are being able to live their lives.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And no matter where we fall, it's still a good thing. And again, once I try to do my part in sharing and sharing and sharing. And of course, when you come around next year, we'll make sure his high school counselor has it to ensure that someone else from Arlington going to an HBCU can represent.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. That's nice.
You're welcome.
Because I can tell you, I know 2 people right now who will be applying for this next year.
Oh, wait a minute, Kyrie. Don't you have a brother? Is he older?
I have an older brother, a 30-year-old brother.
Oh, I thought you were being younger. But I said, oh God, you got another. It's gonna be. Is he like you too?
He went to Indiana State.
He was at Indiana State, so he didn't go to an HBCU.
From the time I have met your son, from day one, I even pulled up the picture. Like, we took a picture on the Zoom, and I was like, he's in the front row holding up that house. But you know what? Like I tell all parents, I commend you all because you made them stick to it. Some parents, they, I don't want to say they get in the way of success, or they just don't want to see their child move that far away or get that chance to grow. But I commend any parent that's like, look, let me dap you up. See you at Thanksgiving.
I won't even see him at Thanksgiving. I'll see you at Christmas. I'll be there. I take that back. I'll be there for Parents Weekend, but I don't anticipate seeing him, honestly. But other than that, I will see you Christmas.
Oh, well, that's sweet. I mean, you got FaceTime and other means like we didn't have when I was in school. It was like
he don't talk to me. Don't. He is literally living his best life right now, and I'm for it. I am definitely for it. All I ask is that you don't disable the Life 360. I just want to I'm not a stalker of it. You said you were going out. When I woke up, I checked you were in the door, and I went right on back to sleep.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Kyrie, I love that. Like, because there's so much going on. And I love that you have an involved parent. I will never lie to you all. My parents still to this day have one rule and one rule only. I call in the morning and I call at night. And you never know how important that is until that call is not able to be made. Just saying. Just saying. So
I know that all too well.
Just saying. So it is really, really important to keep that connection and that communication. And it's not parents being overprotective. It's just like, look, you in a new land, it's stuff going on, and they just need to know. I mean, allegedly, I'll say it this way. Allegedly, we had a voicemail that kind of might sound like it was me, but I wasn't never really there. I'm grown now. I can tell my mom it really wasn't me. But allegedly, it was a voicemail that made it look like I was there, but I really wasn't. But she knew I was safe at the end of the day, if that makes sense. He's like, oh God, Ms. Mo. And I wasn't always
Doctor.
Dr. Monique. I know. Wasn't always Dr. Monique Robinson. I made some unique choices in life. But no, so thank you so much for giving us your time on the Sunday. Kyrie, you are registered to vote, right?
Yes, ma'am. I will be voting. I will be voting in the fall.
Okay, I had to make sure. That's my disclaimer for everybody.
Absolutely. We have put in that request for an absentee ballot.
Hey, okay. See, I don't have to give you the drill. See, you already know. And
took care of that before he left.
Your mom like, we in Texas. We getting care of this. No problem. You take care of everything. I have nothing left to say. But if you do wish to vote for Mr. Kyrie, who is currently in third place, according to him, I haven't looked at the data for today because I have to actually dissect and see. So currently he's in third. I don't know. I never know until it actually pops up, but I do make sure our young people and parents get emails every day. You're like, yeah. So thank you so much. I appreciate you both. Mom, kudos to you. You let him mess up your hair in that rain. No, I'm just playing. It was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it. But that picture was so epic. That's why I was like, he didn't share it with me. Like, you were walking in the rain, but you were so happy. And I was just like in tears. I was like, that's my Kyrie, even though he hustled us out of that prize. But I was so happy that he made it to the house. Like, he just left that impact. And actually, Kyrie, I have somebody from this area that's there also. He wasn't in the scholarship, but he was in our send-off here. And I told him to look you up. You know,
what's his name?
Oh my God. Is it Bryson? Bryce. There you go.
His mom's name is Portia.
Yes.
Yeah, we're connected.
Yes.
I talk to him every couple of days because he's in the house on the other side. On the other side of the walkway. So I go over there.
I be trying to make sure my folks are connected to each other because I don't want you all to ever feel like you somewhere by yourself.
Yes. His mom's amazing too. We've definitely connected as well.
Awesome. And she's actually from she's from Dayton, Ohio. We actually grew up. My mom was her school teacher. So
that's what she told me. She did. We had a whole conversation about it.
She was like, Monique is this. Yeah, I'm different.
No. She just said how you guys knew each other. That's it. Nothing outside of those lines.
Yeah, he's just as amazing as Kyrie. He came and his whole table at the send-off because we let them decorate their tables at the send-off. And I thought Kyrie was and Natalia was overexcited about their school. You ain't met Bryce. Bryce had the whole layout, the magazine. I was like, okay, this is nice. But so we let them do that. But I'm glad y'all met. Yay. So shout out to Bryce and Portia. Actually, yesterday was Portia's birthday. So happy birthday.
It sure was.
Happy birthday. And thank you all for coming on today. The parents, Miss Amaya. I should let everybody come back on and say bye. But, I don't know because they might not have their cameras on. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Like, share, comment. And if you don't have anybody to vote for, you can always go to the bottom and vote other for me. No, I'm just playing. Voting ends on August. It ends on August 30th. And as stated, we are not making any money off of any of the things that we do. If you vote, those voting funds go to motivational mailing and also assist with the funding of. Did you know we added another one, right? So it's like 5 instead of 4. Mm-hmm. So it goes to the scholarship and motivational mailing. So we had 4, but because, most people have fan clubs, they were able to come up with another one. So thank you so much for joining. Nothing left to say, but we got till Friday.
Yes,
get these votes in.
All righty. Vote Kyrie Burley.
Oh my God, we had an amazing time today with our parents, with Amaya. Thank you everybody that came. Keep watching because this week we are truly talking to parents, scholars, and I don't know, I might try to see if I can get my mom on here. That might be epic. Let's see.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ. Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, the television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson.